coming up this week Wednesday.
And some do not even know the Pillars of Lent. So can you just tell us?
The Pillars of Lent, we have...
And from sister, they're supposed to connect you to God, and I'll also add neighbor. A sister will come to you. Sister, when you say prayer during this season, how do I go about it?
Yeah, no, that's how we do it.
We know that we are in the season of Lent, and some do not even know the Pillars of Lent. So can you just tell us?
The Pillars of Lent, let me start with them. We've got prayer, we've got fasting, and we've got almsgiving. These three pillars that I've just mentioned, they are there to help us to to connect with God. So we connect with God by
Prayer.
Yeah. We pray together, we fast. Your fasting is supposed to allow you to be able to help somebody else. And then almsgiving.
Yes. Yeah. So as she talks about, those are the three pillars of Lent. We have prayer, we have fasting, and then we have almsgiving. And from sister, they're supposed to connect you. These are the things supposed to connect with God. And I'll also add neighbor. Not only God alone, but also neighbor. So let's delve into prayer briefly for those watching us. How can I pray? The one asked me, a sister, or come to sister, when you say prayer during this season, how do I go about it?
Yeah, no, that's how we do it. Please come from us every Sunday, and there are weekly masses. So just come from us. And then there are prayers that we do as the community, as a parish. The Stations of the Cross, we pray as a whole community, because sometimes praying alone, it's just as hard, and it's you get a lot of distractions. So yeah. And then there are a lot of prayer methods that we could use. You can do Bible sharing, the rosary, there are novenas, there are a lot of things that you could use to pray. So let's just don't make your prayer more monotonous, Let's just try different ways of prayer. Let's make our prayer more attractive.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, as sister said. So please, those are the ways. Mass is very important. The Mass is very important during this season. Make sure that outside Sunday, add one with 1 day, maybe because of your heavy schedule. You may not be able to go through it every day, be able to come for Mass, but you can just add one day to it, and you are good to go. And God will understand. That will be some of the sacrifices you are also making in doing this season, not just to say that no, I just go Sunday. That is not a good way to go. Let's move on to, we talk about prayer, let's move to the second one, which is fasting. So those of us who don't know about this whole thing, is it about only food, fasting? Because for some people, fasting is all about going all day without eating during this season. What is there? What is it?
Okay. When you talk about fasting, we mean that you reduce all those things that you have. That's the first thing that we're talking about here. So you fast from social media, for those of us who love social media. Just if you love sleeping a lot, you reduce that. And then, I think...
So you deny yourself of something to spend time with God.
Yeah. I get you fast so you pray. Yeah. So these things are just, they're connecting. Yeah. So fast so you pray.
So is there a situation where you can fast without praying? Is that not starving yourself than fasting? If you just say that, no, I'm not going to eat, but you don't pray, is that cool? That also be classified as fasting?
Nah.
So you fast to pray.
You fast to pray, yeah.
So
there are a lot of temptations. You can't just say I'm fasting without any temptation coming through. So Jesus was hungry at the desert, and the devil came. Because he was fasting. So because he was praying, that's how he managed to
overcome.
Yeah, to overcome.
So that is it. So fasting some of you think that fasting is all about food, fasting from food, but there are a lot, as Sister said, social media, habits, a lot. The Catholic Church, when it comes to fasting, they try to eliminate the younger ones.
Is it because we will say they have not yet reached a stage of understanding?
Yeah. Some they don't even know what they are doing. So, what is the essence? And also the elderly, they are not to, deny themselves. Like when they say fasting, as you said, it's not always about food. But when it comes to the one where you have to stay away from food and all of that, the elderly are advised to, not to take it to that level.
Yeah, because of illness reasons.
Exactly.
Yeah, health issues.
Exactly. We have to understand. But it doesn't necessarily mean, letting go of fasting completely, because as you said, there are a lot of things you can fast from.
Yeah.
So that is it for the elderly. Aside that, all of us, we are part. And you can make it a point to say that, okay, I'm going to fast from 6 in the morning to 12, to 12. And those of you with capacity, from 6 to 6, perfecto. You can do that. If you have the capacity, you can go with that one. And we have days in the church for fasting, also Tuesdays and Fridays. And during these days, you are not to eat nama meats. So those of you
the one that people
love nama, yes. So during this time also, those we are advised to reduce. We shouldn't take meats. Tuesdays and Fridays, you can sacrifice that and take, in place of meat, you can take fish, because meat is considered to be a luxury. But in our part of the world, where meat is not considered as luxury, it is a different, thing altogether. But you can reduce it, okay? You can reduce it. Because I quite remember one time when we were young, we were talking about fasting, and then there were these white priests. They were like, so you guys are not going to eat meat. You don't even have money to buy meat, and now you have meat, you don't eat. So they were like, they were like, you don't have money for meat. Now you have meat, you not eat. You are saying you are not eat.
Yeah, basically.
It's for those who are rich. You are talking to those who are rich. So for us here, we have meat all over, I said that if Jesus were to be in Botswana, he would have said, I am the meat of life, not the bread of life. because meat is everywhere. It's other way around at other places where eating meat is a luxury and is seen as a luxury life. For us in Botswana, it's not. Fish is expensive.
Exactly.
And the meat is cheaper. So let's all reduce it, okay? And then fasting does a lot to us, There are a lot of health benefits of fasting also. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you more of that. But, it's doctors, when you engage them to tell you some of the health benefits of fasting, you can attest that sometimes when you fast, you see that it gives you some kind of power. The flesh is always alive, it dictates to us to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
We are in the flesh, and when you fast, you realize that it gives you you have some extra power. And then you are able to have that total control again, to be able to say, I'm not going to do this, to make some crucial decision in your life. So it helps also. So make sure that you engage in this during this season, you mortify a little bit, and in order to connect more with God, make good decisions, and strengthen your relationship with God during this season. And that is with the fasting. So what about almsgiving?
Coming up next week, Wednesday.
A lot of times we talk of almsgiving, we think money. Money is the first thing that comes into our minds.
And I also add to that, we talk about fasting. And also one of the reasons for fasting is to help you understand the plight of those who do not have.
Yeah.
Because there are some people who stay, without eating, you see. So as you also try to let go of food, and you feel the hunger, you feel that now I'm hungry, it helps you to understand the plight of those who sleep without eating.
Capsule Talk Show comes your way every Wednesday.
So we'd like to take the opportunity to thank Sister for coming. Next week, we'll come with another series, another episode. Do make time with us. Subscribe, like, and comment. Share your opinion, your perspective with us. Thank you for coming, Sister.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
you.